Hey guys, so here we are at Titan Fitness in Coogee. You guys may remember this gym from my Instagram. The reason being is because this is my home gym. So whenever I'm actually training, where I'm not traveling, this is where I train. So I do really love this gym. You know, it's pretty much got everything. It's got a great atmosphere, great people, and it's in the best location in the world. Like, it's right, Coogee Beach is less than 100 meters away from the actual gym. So what way to have a great workout and then go and jump in the ocean after. So we're gonna do a pull session today. So we're gonna start off with back, we're gonna do some rear delts, and then finish off with some biceps. So stay tuned, guys. Okay guys, so first exercise today is the isolated wide lat pull down from hammer strength. So what we're going to do is we're going to activate our lats doing this. So this isn't going to be my main movement today, but it's more of a movement to actually get some blood into the muscle before we move on to the heavier rowing. And then the deadlifts and partial deadlifts, where we're going to be doing a lot of lower back loading as well. And then we'll be moving on to rear delts and biceps. The thing that I really love about this piece of kit is that your body, you can actually force yourself in to this bar here and then keep your sternum there. So you're actually only going to pull down with your lats. So you can't use all that momentum to be able to actually, you know, get the bar down, for example, like you can do on a conventional lat pull down. So I'm going to do 2 or 3, maybe 1 or 2 more working warm-up sets, and then move on to a working set. The thing that I actually really love about this kit, as you can see, is I'm literally only arching the top of my upper back and just really squeezing my scapula together as I come down. This stuff is literally magic. It's clear. Crazy, right? Hey guys, so I've just finished my 1 working set here on the isolated lat pull down machine. So I worked my way up to 60 kilos on it. Now I'm going to move on to the seated row, but I'm actually going to do a variation on it, the iso lat low row. Okay, so with this exercise, most people usually do it seated, but I actually like to do this exercise standing. I'll show you how I do it now, just so that you can actually get a feel for it. So I'm going to start with 1 plate, more of a warm up to build up. Hopefully I'm going to get to like 3 plates on each side of this. But the idea is to keep your back and your whole body nice and straight, so you're only going to be working your lats today. Okay guys, so as you just saw, what I was doing there was I was actually keeping my hips and my whole body still the entire way through the movement. So all I wanted to do was just activate my lats as much as possible. I wasn't rotating my hips, I wasn't rotating anything, but literally going from lengthened to shortened, lengthened to shortened. Here this exercise is almost like a single arm dumbbell row, but obviously on a machine. And the good thing about it is it takes away all that swing and the possibility of any injury, because you're not letting the weight just fall down to the ground. You actually can hold it and contract and slowly let it go down and then pull back up with power. Warm up number 2. As you can see, nothing is moving. No, my body isn't moving. I'm not rotating. I'm not pulling back. I'm literally keeping everything straight forwards, just allowing my back to do all the work. No alternative. This is exactly what I need. You made me lose and sleep, but at least now I say I am the answer routine. I am the silence in the roar. Just a flicker in the dark. Is this making the forest storm? If I fall, you'll catch me. Push me back up on my feet. Be the strength inside of me. I'm burning for guys, so top set now, working set. I just did a set with 3 plates where I got 10 reps and I knew that had more in me, so I left it at 10. I've added another 20 kilos or 45 pounds, whatever you want to call it, 44.5 pounds. I'm gonna go for a top set now. The great thing about this is there's no lower back loading, it's purely lats, and then obviously the synergist, which is the bicep as well.
Go big.
Just so you guys know what I'm drinking while I'm training today, I've got a mixture of granite intracarb and granite essential amino acids. Got 2 scoops of intracarb, so that's 40 grams of carbs. And then I've got 2 scoops of essential amino acids, which is your full spectrum EAAs and your full spectrum of BCAAs. So I'm creating a complete protein while also getting my fast acting carbs in as well. Guys, you seriously need to check this stuff out. This is strawberry lemonade flavor. So both the intracarb and the essential amino acids of strawberry lemonade mixed together make the best intra-workout drink. Okay guys, so now I've moved on to the lat row. Now what you find most people do with this exercise is go from here to here. And that way, they think that they're working their lats a lot more by using all that momentum to go back and forth, here like this. But if you push your bum back into the seat, as far back as you can, pushing your chest into the pad and just rowing, then you're going to contract your back a lot more than coming up here. Okay, so just nice simple rowing, pushing your chest into the pad all the time while squeezing your scapula together throughout the movement. What I wanted to show you is, see how I have the seat quite high? Now the reason being that I have the seat quite high is so that I can force my body into the pad without losing my lats. So the idea, if I have the seat too low, I'm literally going to make it a mid-traps rhomboid rear delt workout. I want to keep the seat as high as possible to work my lats as much as possible. What I want you guys to understand is, I'm not the biggest guy in the world and I'm not the strongest person in the world, nor am I the most knowledgeable, but you know, I've been training for what, 16 years now, and what I do know, I know is good stuff, and I hope that I can teach you all something as I go through these workouts. Interesting fact about this gym, I've actually been a member here since 2013, so I'm actually probably like older than most of the staff in this gym, or well, been at this gym longer than most of the staff here, so I'm almost furniture. Okay guys, so again, with the same sort of thing, so we're going to do a reverse lat pull down now. Now the idea of this, again, is to force our bums back into the seat, not forward, so we're leaning back. We want to force our bodies in, so we have a slight curve in our upper back, and then all we're doing is pulling down, pushing our chest into the pad as much as we can, down, 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 squeeze, locking that scapula together. And there's no need to be coming out here, literally lock ourselves in. The only idea for the actual knee pad is there, once it gets too heavy, that our bodies don't get lifted out of the seat. It's just there to keep us stable inside the seat the whole time. Again, we're going for that progressive overload, so we're going to build up to that working set. and then from there we're going to do a set of between 8 and 10. Now, if the set of 8 to 10 is too easy, once we get to, you know, 9 and 10, then we will do a second working set as well. No certainty, this is exactly what I need. You made me lose a sleep, but at least now I say I am the answer routine. I am the silence in the roar, just a figure in the dark. Is this become a forest storm? If I fall, you catch me, push me back up on my feet. Be asleep inside. Okay, so last isolation exercise today, which is going to be on the reverse pec deck, so we're going to be doing rear delt. And then to finish off our back, we're going to be doing partial deadlifts, superset with RDLs. First warm-up set, so, well, you can see it's only 60 kilos. Super heavy, but like for everything that I've done, and the idea is more of a thickness, you know, upper back thickness workout than, but I really want to finish my back off and have a great workout. So last set, I'm just going to do a failure. Doesn't matter what number it is, it's just a complete failure set. Okay, so the reason that I'm doing these partials towards the end, and obviously a lot lighter than I would usually do them, is that my back is now fatigued and I don't obviously want to cause myself an injury. So, like I said, partial deadlift, superset with the RDLs to really try and just get as much out of my lower back as I possibly can now. I definitely just start doing some cardio because these supersets, they take me about 4 minutes just to recover from one of them. Whew. Last body part of the day, biceps, so we're going to do 2 exercises. The first exercise is cable bicep curls. The reason that I like to use cables is because there's a constant tension on the bicep. I find that when I do things like barbell curls or even bicep curls, alternative bicep curls, it doesn't keep the tension on the muscle long enough to be able to get a real pump out of it. So I really love to use cables when it comes to biceps, whether it be cable curls like like easy bar cable curls or high, you know, single arm curls, whatever it may be. I do love to use cables when it comes to arms. And then we're going to move on to hammer curls. So we're going to do one arm at a time. So we'll do whatever the desired rep range for that set is. One arm again on the other arm. So here we go. Okay, so you'll see what I'm doing. I'm keeping my wrists straight all the time. I'm not bending them up or down. I'm keeping my wrists nice and straight to keep as much tension off them as possible. And all I'm using is my biceps to pull up. I'm not leaning over. I'm not allowing my shoulders to do any of the work. It's purely a bicep movement. guys, so that's our pull session done for the day. Tomorrow's legs, so stay tuned for that. Had a great workout here at Titan Fitness today. Like I said, it is my home gym, so if anyone is in the eastern suburbs area and around Coogee, come and check the gym out. It is a really amazing gym, and obviously I train there, so it's got to be a good gym. Yeah, so today's workout, you know, we started off with a lat pull down, then we moved on to our 2 rowing exercises, which was again progressive overload, so you know, working our way up to 1 or 2 working sets. So then we moved on to the reverse grip lat pull down. You know, I was pretty fatigued by that point, so progressive overload sort of went out the window, so it was more of a, you know, going through the motion, just getting a few sets of between 8 and 10 on that. And then we did rack pulls, or partial deadlifts, superset with lower back isolation exercise, you know, on the back extension. We actually did rear delts to finish with our back, and then we moved on to biceps, got biceps out of the way, and then that was the workout done. If there's anything that you guys want to know about the workout or about any of my workouts that I do, please just hit me up. You know, I'm happy to answer any questions, or if there's any questions that you want to know about anything else that happens in my life and what I do, then please, you know, I don't live the perfect life. I'm not, you know, just go to the gym every day and that's all I do. You know, I have my own company, plus I have a full-time job as well. So I do work about 65, 70 hours minimum a week, every single week. Plus I do all my meal prep, you know, and I get to the gym sometimes twice a day. As much as I can't always do that due to workload and things like that, I do always try. But, you know, I want to give you guys an understanding of just exactly how my life works and, you know, what goes on in it, because it's not all glitz and glamour. And as much as you might think I'm the Ken doll, I'm not, guys. So, but stay tuned for what's coming, and I hope you enjoy it. Peace.